How much do we know about the financial game plan for a new Browns stadium? Well, not enough if you ask some lawmakers and financing experts. Just a few hours ago, Democratic House members called for a timeout and a whole lot more information. Let's turn now to News 5's Michelle Jarboe joining us live in studio. She's been following this, and Michelle, you found they are not the only ones asking.
That's right, Katie. The General Assembly is considering a big financial commitment to the project, and I've been getting a lot of questions about the numbers, the ones we've seen and the ones we haven't.
Remember when you were a kid in math class and your teacher asked you to show your work?
Lay out the detail. Lay it out on Main Street.
That's what a couple of local experts are asking the Browns to do as the team seeks $1.2 billion in taxpayer money to help pay for a new enclosed stadium in Brook Park.
It is stunning, the lack of transparency, to get to this point and have asks on the table for this with the level of detail.
Steve Sternisha has worked in public and private finance for decades on projects from downtown's Gateway District to the Flats East Bank.
And I have to point out here, I don't work for the city of Cleveland anymore. I don't have any stake in this.
I retired from the city in 2017.
Ken Silliman worked for 3 mayors and wrote a book about it, negotiating leases with the Guardians, the Cavs, and yes, the Browns.
Cleveland is the smallest metro area to have 3 pro sports teams, and I want that to continue through the next 50 years.
Their message, the Browns are showing us big numbers. But not what's built into them. Assumptions about how successful a new stadium and everything planned around it will be. State lawmakers are taking up a proposal to invest $600 million here by issuing bonds, borrowing money, then repaying it over 25 years.
We're not asking for a handout for $600 million from the state. That's the first piece. Again, there's going to be a return for the state on this investment.
Ted Tai Wong, the team's general counsel, recently made that pitch in Columbus with a 12-slide presentation that included 1 page of numbers.
Is growing to Brook Park the best for the Browns? Yes. Yes. We've done years of work. It is the best for the Browns. It is the best for Northeast Ohio.
In February, the team released this graphic, a high-level overview, showing how state and local governments could repay the public debt using tax revenues from parking, event tickets, paychecks, and more across the entire 176-acre stadium district. Plus, money from a countywide tax hike on hotel rooms and a new fee on rental cars, proposals that would require more changes in state law.
There's enough fiscal impacts or direct tax revenues to support the investment we're asking for, and then some.
He's saying that taxpayers will more than get their money back, with billions left over to go around. Steve and Ken doubt that.
The magnitude of the ask is overwhelming.
But they say we don't have anywhere near enough information.
They're coming in and they're showing a lot of pretty pictures. It's like somebody going into the bank saying, I'm building a new home here. Look at how nice my new home is going to be.
They're urging the Browns to put all the math out there so you can see it.
It's real detailed, nerdy stuff, but it's essential to understand those things.
And check their work.
No more pretty pictures, just numbers, just numbers.
It is essential to understand, and that's why we so appreciate you constantly looking into all of it and helping us understand it. So what are the Browns now saying about this?
Yeah, I've been asking to meet with the team working on their financing. That's their top in-house lawyer and a New York investment bank. But the Browns say they aren't ready to have that deep dive conversation yet. Now, I have talked to their real estate consultant, and I was part of a meeting with team owners Jimmy and Dee Haslam in February.
Is there any point when we will know more?
Well, that depends on the General Assembly. So the Browns want an amendment to the state budget to help fund the stadium. There's a draft proposal for that circulating, but the Democratic House members who spoke up today are asking for more hearings and an independent review of the math.
Michelle Jarboe, thank you so much. We know you'll stay on it for us.